We have declared that Ekron has been annihilated, but we still will see zombies. We did wrap up yesterday's stream with like a weird thing where we went driving up the road and just like 100 zombies. Like that's not an exaggeration. Or like 100 zombies just strolled up on the road next to us. It's like what is happening right now? So that was an eventful end for the stream where we just had to like slog through enough. Like it was enough zombies. I ended up breaking. I think it was like 4 hunting knives and a bunch of other weapons. Just fighting through them all, and then adding on top of that, like we sucked down an entire thing of vitamins and beta blockers and all that, and we still end up having to bail at the end because just how many zombies rolled in on us. It was absolutely bizarre. Gotcha. Sorry to hear that did finally get there. Yeah, I'm in a particular hot spot right now for it, so that's the reason my hair has been an absolute disaster. It's like, nope, there are things worth going out, dealing with, like making sure your medical stuff is all good and whatnot, but a haircut is something that can wait, even if it's frustrating, because it is long. Which, for that record, and it's something I need to talk to my wife a little bit more first before I actually action on it, I may end up setting up the webcam. Yeah, so I actually did that with the first wave, or no, second wave that we went through over here. Is like, all right, the hair I can't do it anymore. The hair's got to go. So second wave, I did do that, and I'll probably, now I think about it, I'll probably just do that. Do partially hurt zombies heal? Not that I'm aware of, but I've never like thoroughly tested or anything. No, I should top this off. Why are you not letting me refuel you? Generator is still running, right? It is not. Alright, well I'm glad we noticed that, because that freezer was still cold. So we ran out of gas in there. Well, I'm glad we stopped to do that before we had a bunch of produce go bad because we're just not refrigerating it. I wish this gave you an estimated time of when it was going to be done. I'm sure someone has a mod that does that. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that zombies healed in this game by, you know, eating corpses. But yeah, that'd be exceedingly rare. And also, while we're fueling, Ghost Llama just has to live with me shouting him out. Sorry. But not sorry. Excellent stream, worth checking out, if you haven't already. really don't need to be taking these apart at the rate I am, but... Eh. Right, yeah, so it's just such a rare thing that could happen, because, yep, like you mentioned, they have to be injured. There has to be a corpse available for them that is not a zombie. Which, those are rare enough by themselves. There was a... not like a full horde, but it looked like a decent group off to the west. Come on, you. I didn't see where they went, that's fine. Oh, hey zombie. Going for a stroll by the lake? I may respect that, but I also have to kill you anyways. At least you got to have that leisurely stroll first. I do find it funny, like, in single player, you kind of want to be in, like, the middle of the road more than anything else. That way you have the whole road you can weave to as necessary. While in multiplayer, you do end up wanting to, like, stay in your lane, as it were, in case you have to pass someone else. Alright, this is probably the beginnings of that, that group that was causing trouble. Oh, you're almost at New Year's? Nice. I am hoping that we get, basically with our farming and everything, that we get nice and well stocked up. That way when winter rolls around, that we can just be full on push the cities during the winter, just see how many zombies we can wipe out. Because, like, it will help the more and more we can just push at a time. Ah, they were clearly migrating. Because they're just beelining to wherever they're trying to go. I thought they just heard the truck and they're going to the truck. I'm betting it was that we probably got to the next cell, so the zombies were loading in. And then once that happened, those zombies were all like, oh, there's all sorts of space over here that needs filling. And so at first it was fine, but when we ticked over that 72 hours that triggered migration, just the whole cell was like, it's time to move. That may explain why we just suddenly had like 100-something zombies just come, you know, out of the woods in bulk right across the road at us when we were moving up. Getting pretty close to breaking 7,000. Well, I mean, not super close, but we're making good progress towards it. Yeah, I think these are all the remnants of that group that was chasing us around. They had to back away from because it's just getting too late, too tired, all that. Yeah, because I shouldn't have to worry too much about water in this run, because if we're pushing Riverside, there's plenty of like office places with water dispensers that'll have 250 water in them apiece. Especially if you go the Country Club route. The Country Club main building itself has something like, maybe it's some like 6 water dispensers in it. So you can ride through the bulk of the season or like bulk of the winter just with those water dispensers. Hey! How's it going, Ampersand? Beatings are going well. We just got started. Kind of mopping up at the end of yesterday's stream. We had, like, for some unknown reason, like 100 zombies just kind of closed in on our truck up the road. That we end up having to, like, we killed off a whole bunch of them, but just ended up having to retreat because they're just getting too exhausted, too tired. So now cleaning up the mess of what was left of them. I do suspect, and the truck just stalled, I do suspect pretty soon we're going to have our next helicopter event, because I'm feeling like that is way overdue. And I would like to be in Ekron for that, not because we'll see less zombies, but I want to stand in, like, the absolute center of Ekron and just let the helicopter event happen. And, see what shakes out, take care of any zombies that show up. You know, continue to make sure Ekron stays clear. Alright, deal with this group of 4. Who didn't want to line up until they got to the road, which is annoying, but that's fine. I prefer keep my suspension in my car. When you get to the point when there's not many zombies around and all you hear is the wind whipping around and all that, it just makes me think of, if you've ever played Undertale and done the Genocide run, which is the Feels Bad Man run. But just when you've wiped out a town, you just go through and there's just wind, and it's just like, oh, this is not good feels. What? Sound effects making all weird stuff going on there. Because that's usually the noise they make when they're grabbing for you. Yeah, it's a mod. It's a mod called Weapon Condition, Weapon Condition Indicator. It's a fantastic mod. That's also why if you look on the bottom here, you'll notice, like, the nightstick, for example, it's mostly green and mostly full, whereas the pipe and the knife are kind of in a yellowish color and about halfway full. It's showing me how much durability the weapons have left. I mean, one, I've already played through Undertale, both the Pacifist run and the Genocide run. And that is one of those games that's like, okay, you've done it, and yeah, there's all sorts of, like, little Easter eggs you can get it, but I don't feel like that's one that has tons and tons of replay value. It's a story, and it's a great story, and I highly recommend if people are into those kinds of games. It's a, it's like an RPG, but it's more of a bullet hell, because of just the way the game mechanics work. But the thing that's really magic about it is just the storytelling, the music, all of it's great. But yeah, I would be scared to stream a game like that because the backseating would be next level. Like, I'm pretty chill with backseating. I like, so far the only game I've played where it's like, alright, I don't want much backseating was when we were doing Timberborn, just because it was my very first time playing. But even then it was like, okay, backseating light, like, don't tell me how to min-max stuff or like that. I need 10 of these to that or anything like that, like all that information. Just be like, hey buddy, your water's getting kind of sketch, man. And it's like, my water is getting kind of sketch, man. And that went really well. I think I only had one case where I had to go, you know, alright, that's a little too much. But I understand people who joined in late probably didn't get the context I was looking for backseat light, because there isn't, like, even if I were to make a tag backseat light, you know, no one would know what that means, because it's kind of a thing that I just made up as a term. Oh, yeah. When you have no backseating in the title and the tags and, like, everywhere you can, and then people still backseat, yeah, I would absolutely troll that. Luckily, I haven't had too much of problems. Like, even, like, games like RimWorld and Project Zomboid, I don't mind backseating too much just because, like, it's one thing when people are like, oh, you know, this trait is better than that trait, and that kind of thing. That kind of backseating, you know, cool. Like, when you play the game enough, it's like, hey, if I haven't learned it, I'm probably not going to learn it unless, you know, someone specifically points me at the resource. Like, I've put in the hours that I should know if it's intuitive. So, like, I don't mind that with, like, RimWorld and Project Zomboid. It's when I'm doing something kind of, hey, Poity, how's it going? Versus, like, stuff I'm new at, I'm usually like, hey, like, I mean, this is probably because of what I like to watch as a viewer. So, I love catching people who are brand new to complicated games, so like Factorio, Project Zomboid, RimWorld. I love catching people who are like, this is my first time playing this game. I have no idea what's going. Hey, you're still here! I left you here because you had a whole bunch of friends with you. Where'd they go? Are you gonna come this way? I want you out of the road. Are you gonna go to the driver's side door? No, okay. Yeah, that was one of the ones that was in that group of like 100-something zombies that we're dealing with. Oh, there's no one who's like, alright, I think I will take that Magnum. I don't like the Magnum. It's like, for what perks it has, it just has so many negatives. But I need a gun that has 44 ammo. Just so as I get a lot of 44 ammo, I have something to use it on. And I have completely lost my train of thought. Anyways. Oh, but I like watching people figure it out. And it's probably something for me just for background. Like, I've been clear that I've been involved in education in a number of capacities. I used to be a college instructor. The job I currently have, that while I am leaving, I author instructional content about software development and all that. So, like, education has been a high side, and, like, interest-wise, you know, I was big into psychology, so, like, in college I took a bunch of psychology courses. But, so it's just, the way people think is something I find interesting to watch. So when you're playing games like Factorio and that have to figure out how to do stuff, it's kind of fun to watch them do the whole, you know, trial and error, making mistakes, figuring out, adjusting, changing their understanding and concepts of everything. Like, that to me is very entertaining to watch. And, like, I feel like I learn something myself about how people think when I watch people do that. Which is also fascinating to me. And so when a stream is like way too backseaty heavy, where people are like, oh, well, you've got to put this building against this building at a right angle at the second space, and you can skip a space here, it's like, stop it, you're ruining it for me. Let them figure it out. And it's not like the whole being able to go, it's like, haha, I already know this. It's very much just interesting to me to watch people process information and how they, you know, tinker and learn. Fenrir says, my other one, I learned today that you can shout through stairs and get zombies trapped in a stairwell. In my previous run, I didn't need a sledge to wall to get them. Okay. That's interesting. I always just assumed they were trapped there forever, and I had to listen to the jump scare noise when I went up and downstairs that had zombies trapped underneath them. Because we lived in a house in one run like that, where every single time I went up and downstairs, I would hear the jump scare noise, and it's like, please, game, stop it. We know the zombies there. They've always been there. They'll always be there. I hate this spot. Too many trees on the sides. Trees hide zombies. Hiding zombies, not good times. Oh, I need to get rid of these. This is extra weight on us we don't need. I should have brought another main weapon, but that's fine. But yeah, like, all the corpses you're seeing along here, like, just everywhere, most of those are from that ridiculous group that rolled in. Like, while it was happening, I'm going, what is going on? Where are all the zombies coming from? I don't understand. And I had a whole bunch of people like, no, now it's time to retreat. It's like, nah, we can kill a bunch. And we did. We probably got through 100-something zombies before... There's still like 20 or 30 zombies left. It's like, no, this character's tank is out of gas. We gotta leave. There's no stamina, there's no endurance left. We gotta go. Oh, I need to go check my skills. I know we actually gained multiple skill points from just how much fighting we were doing during that. Like, I know we got long blunt. I don't remember what else we got, though. Okay, so yeah, we got long blunt floor. Or no, sorry, long blunt 5. We're right about to hit short blade 5, which will be nice. Maintenance is coming along. Strength and fitness are coming along. Nimble is coming along. Yeah. So yeah, long blunt weapons we're actually getting legit dangerous with. I think it's time for headlights. And I'm sure with all the fighting we did, we probably left a bunch of hunting knives and random other stuff that's useful on the ground. But no katanas or machetes or anything that'd be like, oh, need to stop for it. Please die. I don't want to have to back up into the tree area. Trees are evil. Looks like there are 4 zombies, is that over there? There's a few more. Oh, right, there's that zombie back there that we're going to take the magnum. Well, never going to be able to find that corpse, so not going to worry about it. Just means there's a few bullets on the ground back there that we'll never claim. That's fine, we found another one. I see the zombie coming, so I'm just going to grab the shotgun and we're just going to put it in here real fast. Deal with our loot on the other side. See the zombie over there. I'm gonna drag you all down here, though, because I really can't see up there, so I would rather go where I can see. Here's a zombie behind me to the west. Oh, hey, you. Yeah, so basically what we're doing is we're just pushing our way to Riverside. We're killing all the zombies we see along the way. Basically the way it's going to work is the first couple of times we do laps back and forth, we're going to have a ridiculous number of zombies we're going to have to clear out. As we pass through, the zombies will be drawn out of the woods by the engine. It's why I'm driving the truck. It's got a bad muffler and a crap engine, so it's real loud. And that's not because it's a truck, it's because this specific truck has a crap engine and a crap muffler. So I'm deliberately putting more stress that we have to kill more zombies now, that way in the future this route can be cleared. I do think I'll have our character back out of this earlier tonight, so I can try and correct the character's sleep. Pain meds. I'll take those. I just realized we still don't have a fanny pack. I mean, that's probably because we haven't been looting the individual houses, and normally I do take the time to do that, but this time I'm more focused on just kill more zombie. More dead zombie mean less zombie. Because I'm partly figuring during the winter I'll end up having to stop to loot someplace since we aren't putting a huge amount of effort into overstocking our stuff. But at that point, most of the zombies will be dead, so it'll be way easier to pop into the houses, grab some food here and there, that kind of thing. I was really hoping to get to finish them off, if you guys would give me the chance. Hey, Colo, how's it going? Not great. Do hope that improves. I'm trying to remember. I know there's been a good 4 or 5 people who let me know that, you know, they've got COVID. Was that what you've got going on? Because I want to say I think it was, but I lose track, so it's just there's a lot of people and it's sometimes hard to remember who's dealing with what and all that kind of stuff. Ah, no, studying. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, I remember that, Boydie. Being on the tail end, that's good. Yeah, so I actually do think I'm going to have my character turn back early, because one, it's dark, and I don't want to deal with what we dealt with last time in the dark. And then two, I'm trying to reset the character's sleep schedule. So that we actually wake up at daytime, so we're not fighting at night. But yeah, no, so it's funny. In some ways, I really miss college. In a lot of ways, I also really don't. I wonder how much college would be different of an experience if I wasn't doing it with, like, consideration of the future or anything like that. So, like, you know, normally when you go to college, you're trying to get your degree with the intent of using that degree to find work, that kind of thing. So, like, you are very much investing your time in your future, so not doing well on a test is a big concern because it's potentially, you know, jeopardizing your degree, jeopardizing your future, all that kind of stuff. But part of me wonders if, like, if I were to just go to college, it's not for the fact of, you know, going after the degree for the career opportunity, but just to learn for the fun of learning, I feel like it'd be so much more enjoyable to do, because then I wouldn't, like, I would give zero care about the exam. And part of me wishes that were the case, because I feel like that would just be a better learning experience. 0.5 miles per hour in EPI right now. And it's draining. Even with that in mind, burnout is real. Yeah. If you're in anthropology, like your undergrad, that would make me feel much more motivated. I think you're right. Yep. Alright, I gotta hydrate. I see Dark Strider has, has made themselves known. And a stretch. I'll get those when we get home real fast. And a posture check. And Colo's dropping in the push-ups, beating Darksider to it, probably. So it looks like I've got to do all the things here in a minute. So let me just get the truck home and deal with this one zombie that's going to absolutely follow our truck. Yeah, because that zombie's close enough. There's no way it wasn't going to follow us. I don't see any other friends. Alright, now I've got a lot of stuff I owe that I gotta deal with, so give me just a moment. I do find it interesting. A lot of people have popped in, and when it comes to like the redemptions of, the push-ups and all that, it seems we very often get down to one redemption from the limit. Okay, so stretches are done. Hey, Dion, check. How's it going? Have some of our salad, and then we need to get to sleep.